What's up, everybody? It's me, Feather. Welcome to Get Feathered. It is time for a deep dive. We're going to talk to my Virgos. Happy birthday, Virgos. These are timeless readings. We're going to do a little bit of a deep dive here on a relationship, situationship, whatever may show up. It may or may not be your reading. Remember, they're general readings. If you would like a private reading with me, my information is in the description box or pinned at the top of the chat. Come and say hi, like, share, subscribe, Click that live chat button down below. I'm going to finish setting up the stream. It's podcast episode 304. I hope you're all doing well. And happy birthday to my Virgos. It doesn't matter where Virgo's at in your chart or if you're a cross watcher. Just remember, may or may not resonate. And that's okay. Let's drop into the reading screen. I feel like I want to sneeze. Some of you may have some allergies. You may be sneezing right now. I feel like I want to sneeze, so you may have a cold or whatever. Maybe a message here for you. Oh boy, we're going to Detective Herb. This is Detective Herb. So we're going to talk about the situation. We're going to see right up front what's going on. This deck goes right to a problem, right to a situation. What's up? For my Virgos, could be dealing with Aries, Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini. Looks like you're very dissatisfied with a situation. Somebody could be very cold, distant. There could be no communication here. There could have been some arguments or some disagreements. Somebody may have said something that was really off or off-putting. And somebody's not really going all in on a situation. It looks like you're not really even talking about the situation. Just kind of sitting there feeling dissatisfied with the situation, feeling like you're not being prioritized, or they may just not be very, I want to say, comforting. Tell me why I'm feeling that. Oh, there's the devil. Okay, yay. So I've got Capricorn energy, I've got blocked energy. So this is more than likely somebody that you are not in communication with or not talking to. You're very guarded against this person. There's some red flags here already. So this could be fears, red flags, some toxic behavior, something that's going on in the situation that's got you going, I really don't think this is working. I've got my Virgos saying that this looks like a challenge, and I'm not interested. I'm not really interested in this. It's too challenging, it's too difficult, or I don't want to deal with these challenges or difficulties. Like, red flags are on the field. They're on the playing field. For those of you that watch football, like football, there's some red flags on the field. Because this person isn't really, I don't see any action being taken. Not much. Red flags. Tell me why this is so important for my Virgos. Because well, first of all, Virgos, it's cool that you're working on your money, you're working on your finances, you're working on yourself. That's good. But as far as a flow of emotions, I don't see that happening. I don't even see any communication happening. If there's communication, it's not great communication. I feel like somebody's cold and aloof and not really accepting your offer. Not really, what was that word that I had? Comforting. It's not really a comforting feeling. It's not really, there's not really a gelling going on. We're not gelling here. Something is off. Like, there's no gelling happening. Tell me why I'm feeling that way. Why am I feeling that? I got Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio here. Why am I feeling that way? Definitely defensive when it comes to this person. You got your guard up, okay? You have your standards up, which is great. There's no gelling happening because I've got Pisces, Cancer, strong Pisces, strong Sagittarius, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. What I'm really feeling with this energy is that you're coming to some sort of conclusion, and it's taking you some time about whether or not to offer or take your offer back from this person. So you may just be like, I really don't know how to feel about this person. I really don't know if I care about this person, or I really don't know if I want to be with this person. You're in the process, if this is resonating, you're more than likely in the process of trying to figure out whether or not this is something you want to even invest in emotionally. Like, I'm really not feeling this one, Feather. How many of you does this resonate with? Replay rock stars, let me know in the comment section. For those of you watching, let me know over here in chat. I love talking to you. I love hearing your comments. Now, this is something that you're working with internally. You've got some big emotions going on about this. Trying to resolve this. For some of you, this could be a relationship that you're trying to get back together. For others of you, this is a relationship that you're trying to figure out whether or not this is something you want to even indulge yourself in. Yee. Disappointed. Not really feeling it. Not really feeling it. In the process, trying to figure out or gain that perspective on what to do. So, what's up, F? When will Pisces reading be? When I get there. Hopefully this weekend. But if not, it'll be sometime soon. So, trying to resolve this within yourself. I like that you're taking the time to work through the emotions, to work through your feelings about what to do in regards to this situation. That is great. I love seeing that. For Virgos dealing with this situation, so I got Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini again. It looks like my Virgos are really taking the time to reflect on or to look at internally how this is making you feel. I love that. You're really looking at it from a higher perspective and looking at it in a way that benefits you. Like, I'm not going to be heartbroken. I'm not going to be defeated. I'm not going to be, and it's not a negative. It's not a negative. You're just looking at it and saying, you know, I'm not dealing with, I'm not going to be dealing with third parties, or I'm not dealing with the disappointment of this. And really, some of you may end up cutting ties with this person, going no contact if it hasn't happened already, and not giving to this because you're realizing that it's not really balancing out. It's not balancing out. You're looking forward to a balanced connection from what I'm seeing. You're wanting a balanced connection. You're not really having fun in this connection. You're feeling kind of drained and disappointed by the connection. You're really focusing more on yourself and your finances and taking care of you and working through things. So a lot of you are trying to decide right now whether or not to even manifest this. I got Gemini, Aries, Leo, Sag, and Scorpio energy coming through. So you're taking the time to resolve this within yourself. And you're doing it peacefully, quietly within yourself, gaining that perspective on where this is going. And for the majority of you, your energy is heading towards this not balancing out. Good morning, Miss Diana. How are you? Because you're reviewing this, looking back at this, or looking at this, and whether or not this is even a wise idea, trying to make a decision on whether or not this is going to work. Because for those of you that are interested in equal give and take relationship, equal effort, you want it to come from both sides. This doesn't feel like, if this feels more like a one-sided gig. This feels like a one-sided thing. And for some of you, you're not even in contact with this person. For others of you, you may be trying to reconcile with somebody, or you're dating somebody and it's just not gelling. It's just not gelling. What advice? Okay. So, the cool thing is you have you have something ahead of you that's absolutely amazing. I just want to tell you this right off the bat. If you're wanting a supportive partner, somebody who is warm, dependable, compassionate, and they are stable, they are sure, they are secure, and they are wanting a supportive partner, a supportive partnership that is equal give and take, both people efforting, both people sharing responsibilities of life for the most part, you know. If you know that that is what you want, keep looking towards that and keep moving forward towards that. Because the next thing that I see happening is you moving towards the Ten of Cups, the Lovers. Right? First of all, it's got to be your decision. You got to see this clearly and make the decision to move towards that if that is what you truly are looking for. This connection may not be the connection you're desiring, but it is out there and it's not far away. And it's a very loving, fun, enjoyable connection that you're headed towards. For the majority of you, what we have read about today is a connection that is in either no contact or there's a lot of difficulties and challenges. Okay? And it looks like the majority of you are headed towards something absolutely amazing, stunning, but it's going to be your decision. If you're ready to leave the past in the past and you're ready to leave this person most of you are in no contact with, if you're ready to leave that behind, or if you're trying to reconcile with somebody that's really not, they're not apologizing, or they're trying to play on your emotions, or you're just not feeling it and there's more defensiveness, guardedness, or there's toxicity or something happening here. Some of you may be afraid to move forward or not really ready yet, not say afraid. You may have some doubts or some fears about moving forward into a new relationship, but as long as you keep in your mind what kind of connection you're looking for, does this connection really reflect what it is you're wanting and desiring? Because I'm not seeing it. And that is going to be your choice 100% on whether or not you're ready to heal and move on and see what else is out there and experience something new and beautiful, or whether you want to continue to work on something that's either not there or is extremely dissatisfying and unpleasing to you. Emotionally, the communication is absolutely, it's just like there's no effort, one-sided. So for most of you, I'm going to have to say this is a no contact situation. And if you are in contact, it would be a disappointment for sure in many ways. So most of you, it's no contact with blocked energy. Others of you, you're kind of blocking, you're defensive or you're guarded or you're protecting yourself against this or from this energy, this other energy, because you're not feeling it. You're not feeling like it's working for you, or you're not gelling with this person. What you have coming towards you or what you're moving towards is amazing. And I don't see it that far off in your future. Give us some more advice, but you got to stay focused on what it is you're looking for. Tell me for this connection right here. Yeah. Four of Cups again. Seven of Swords. So this person is either avoiding you or you're avoiding this. There's avoidance in the connection. So you're either avoiding each other, you're at a stalemate, or you're in no contact and you have no idea what to do here. So it looks like a decision is being made, or you need to make a decision. So what's that decision? It looks like the Eight of Wands is headed this way. So the movement of energy is moving towards the future, moving towards something new. So most of you, this is no contact or very little to no contact. And again, disappointment, not feeling prioritized in a connection. For some of you, it could be third party. Third party could be a person, place, or a thing. You know, it could be their job, it could be their activities, their hobbies, their priorities are elsewhere and not on building or focusing on a relationship. So what are you going to do? That's your choice. The most of you are already saying that this would be a bad idea, or this feels like a bad idea. We're not gelling and really putting your energy towards the future and what you're looking for, which looks like a very loving, harmonious connection that can grow. Most of you don't want to manifest this anymore. Some of you may feel like this person is a manipulator. Some of you may feel like they have lied or manipulated in some way. And some of you are just keeping it to yourself, not wanting to express how you really feel just yet while you're working through this. And it takes time. You know, we date people or we're with people and we don't want to just be like, hey, what's going on? Where is this headed? Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. It feels like most of my Virgos are working internally on what to do with this to make a decision. And most of you are already making a decision to not manifest with this anymore and to move forward into something more exciting. You do have options, okay? And these are always your choices on what you choose to do. So my advice is sit with it and continue to do what you're doing and gaining your perspective about how you feel about the situation. Some of you will give it some more time. Could it improve? Possibly. But that's going to be your choice, because most of you are leaning towards this isn't working. So that's why I'm feeling like this is more of a no contact thing. Waiting for them to reach out, communicate, or bring you an apology. There's blocked energies here. The devil is on this, which means there's some sort of red flags or toxicity or fears. So, or insecurities. Keep working through it and making your decision and what feels best for you. That's all we can do, right? And for those of you that are choosing to move on into something new, keep it in your mind. Know exactly what it is you're looking for, or for the most part, if you're wanting that supportive partnership that goes both ways, it's supportive, that's there, that's nurturing and kind and supportive and beneficial, you know, each and every day. Keep your mind set on that. Okay? That's what I got for you. I hope it helps in some way, shape, or form. Until next time, like, share, subscribe, join the tribe, and I'll see y'all soon in the next reading. Namaste.